Hi everybody, welcome to 5 tips for a faster 5K. A little background about me, I was a cross country and track runner for all 4 years of high school. My main event was the 5K. When I started, I was a 32-minute 5K runner, and 4 years later, that dropped down to 17:46. So I'm going to tell you my 5 tips for how to get faster. The number 1 tip is to run longer. This means many different things. Running longer doesn't mean you need to be sprinting, but getting in more easy miles at a comfortable pace will help you get so much faster. If your goal is a 5K, you should try to run 10 miles a week. The fastest runners in the world run upwards of 90 to 100 miles a week. You don't need to do that, but start tracking your miles and try to gradually increase it. This also means to do more easy miles. They don't need to be fast. Long runs should be slow. The more slow runs you do, the faster you get. The more long runs you do, the faster you will get. 10-minute miles, 12-minute miles, whatever. But comfortable pace that is easy for you to maintain is really the goal of doing long runs. Try to increase the distance on your long runs. If you're doing a 5K, being able to run a 4 mile or a 5 mile, even if it's incredibly slow, is gonna help so much. If you wanna switch it up, run for time, not distance. Say, I'm gonna run for 15 minutes, how far can I get? The more miles you run, the faster you will get, no matter how you do it. Tip number 2 is to run smart. I have a whole video just about this. You wanna take your easy days easy, your medium days medium, and your hard days really hard. When I was running in high school, we ran 5 days a week. 2 days were really hard, 1 day was medium, and 2 days were easy. They were spaced out, so usually it was hard, easy, medium, easy, hard. This gave us time to recover between hard runs. If you go hard every single day, you're not gonna get the most out of your training. So running smart means taking your easy miles easy, not pushing the long, slow jogs. It also means staying within your pace on the hard days, running consistent miles, not going out too fast, and really making sure that you're going at a consistent pace that you can hold for a 5K. And really making sure that you're warming up fully, cooling down fully, and getting that full recovery, and putting in as much as you want to get out of it. The third tip is to warm up and cool down. Doing a proper warm-up will help you so much. It reduces the risk of you getting injured, and it makes you faster. I warm up by jogging a few laps and then doing dynamic stretches. Dynamic stretches are moving stretches. They get the blood flowing to your muscles, and they get you ready to actually move your muscles. These moving drills help prep the body for an intense run. So for a 5K, I would definitely do 10 to 15 minutes of drills before doing the run. And then when you're done with your workout, you need to cool down. A few easy laps on the track at a slow pace is gonna help just shake out your muscles, shake out your legs. Dynamic movements prep your muscles to actually move, unlike cool down stretches, which are static. Static stretches are holds that you hold for 30 seconds, and these relieve tension in the muscles after you've already worked. And it's important you do the moving stretches first to prep your body, and the static stretches at the end to cool down. Doing static stretching at the beginning of a workout might actually make you more tight. You want to do dynamic stretches, movements that actually mimic what you're going to do. And then when it's all done and your body is cooked, do a few easy laps, and then a bunch of hold stretches to relieve all of that muscle soreness. I like doing warm-ups and cool-downs because it ties into doing those slow, easy miles. There's no pressure, there's no expectation. You go as slow as you want, and you're still getting in a few extra laps. That's what's gonna make you faster. The fourth tip is to assess your running form. How you run can make everything way easier or harder than it needs to be. Proper running form has solid posture from your feet all the way to your head. Your arms are pumping forward to backward. They aren't rotating side to side. Your legs are pumping. Your knees are driving up. Your legs aren't dragging. You're running on the balls of your feet. You're not leaning forward, you're not leaning back, you have upright posture, you're not looking down at your feet, you're not looking up in the sky. Your head is straight forward, looking at where you're going, and the rhythm of your running. Good turnover, finding your rhythm when running is super important. When I'm running long distances, I try to find my rhythm that feels comfortable to me as long as I can, which is about 10 miles. The strides and the frequency that your steps are hitting the ground is really important. You don't want to be stepping in an inconsistent way. That's why I usually run with music. The best thing about long runs is that you don't need to think about it. So finding a comfortable rhythm for your steps is going to be important so that you can zone out and not really worry about it. The last tip is the most important. Set a goal. You should have a big long-term goal for what you're trying to achieve. Setting goals keeps it interesting and it actually shows the progress. My 5K progression went to initially break 30 minutes, then 25, then 20, then to run 6-minute miles, which is about 18:40, and then to break 18 minutes. I was very aware of each goal as it happens, and I was aware of it each time I worked out. Those are the long goals though. In the short term, each workout should have its own goal. You need to work out with intent. This goes along with running smart. You should have a goal for each hard day you're running. Another example, when I was in track, my main goal was to break 5 minutes in the mile. So my coach had us do a brutal workout of running 75-second laps around the track with minimal rest in between over and over and over again. 75-second laps are equal to a 5-minute mile or 12 miles per hour. And it's super uncomfortable to run that fast. But that kind of workout is great because it gave me the confidence of eventually being able to run that pace consistently. Initially, running that fast felt really uncomfortable. But that's what I mean by goal-oriented workout, because that workout is really what got me to breaking 5 minutes. Eventually, I realized I could run that fast, and the breaks became shorter and shorter. Soon, 75-second laps turned into 2:30 half miles over and over again, and ultimately a 5-minute mile. So when you're running, doing your workouts, specifically the hard and middle days, run with the intent of what you're trying to do for your 5K. If your goal is to run a 30-minute 5K, get used to running 10-minute miles. If your goal is to run a 20-minute 5K, get used to running at 6:40. Now that I'm older, slower, and heavier, my goals are scaled down now to just go out and run, and that feels a lot better. The goal doesn't need to be based on speed or time. Whatever you want to do, whatever interests you, whatever excites you. So an easy run goal could be going out for a 2-mile jog. A mid-workout goal could be doing a sprinter's mile on the track. That's when you sprint the straights and jog the turns. And a hard workout goal could be running your goal 5K pace for as long as you can on day one. If your goal is to run a 5K in 2 months, try to run as fast as you can on day one. Test an all-out effort on day one, and that will help you scale your workouts. There you go, guys. That's the video. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like. Please leave a comment if you have any. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you next week. Until then, take care.